If you can't kill a boss, no reason why you can't look like one. Moogle putting the wow in transmogs.
Really digging the look here for monks. Got a strong healer vibe on this. The shoulders, dominant gladiators, iron skins, spalders, or basically means this is alliance only. Yeah, I know. Looks like you hate the horde. No, not really. I wish I could play horde. I just have all my assets over on the alliance side. The chest, Selfless Bearer's Chest, Bastion, Kyrian campaign. So this is what we're going to hook up with, a few pieces of that Kyrian campaign. The belt, another piece from the Kyrian campaign. So you got to be a Kyrian monk, which really isn't far-fetched at all at this point. I think it's the preferred covenant for most monks. Selfless Bearer's Legs, Bastion, Kyrian campaign, Rep and Renown on the legs. So basically the boots, the legs, the belt, and the chest, and that kind of weird looking back piece that works really well with this set are all from the Kyrian campaign. The feet are Wild Gladiator. No, those are not Wild Gladiator. That's part of the same Kyrian campaign part. You can use the Wild Gladiator though. It goes very well with this set. I think that's why I didn't change that mistake. I wanted to point out that you can use the Wild Gladiator for your boots. Selfless Sigil of the Archon. That's Bastion Kyrian campaign again. Next up is the Helm, which is the Cleft Hoofed Hide Mask, Hellfire Peninsula. That's not horde only. I think there's also a quest for alliance. And the weapon, Vicious Gladiator's Battle Staff, Cata PvP. Really like the look here, and let's break it down. Pauldrons of Enveloped Dissidents. That is a mythic tier from Legion. Keep in mind that is the Nighthold. Tichondrius is the boss. So we're also going to pull the belt as well as the hands from that raid. And Taurus, the Burning Throne Heroic, for that harness. That's a Druid recolor, but monks and other leather wearers can wear them. The belt, Lifeless Buckled Girdle, the Nighthold Mythic. Nyfendra is the boss. Decent drop rates on these pieces, by the way, so it's a very gettable set, and it looks pretty damn cool in my opinion. The legs are Uldir Mythic, Pathogenic Leg Wraps. Mother drops it at about a 10% drop rate, so keep that in mind that we're not matching the chest and the legs here from the same tier. Two different xpacs, two different tiers. The feet, Sandals of Leaping Coals. Firelands Major Domo Stag Helm, that of course is from Cata. That is a recolor of the Druid tier. The hands, Gloves of Enveloped Dissonance, part of the same set as the belt and the shoulders. The back, Plasma Splattered Great Cloak, Uldir Mythic. Vectus is the boss, 12% on the drop rate. Next up, the shirt. Keep in mind that we have a shirt. Now, you don't have to wear this shirt. Stylish black shirt, super easy pickup there. 1 gold, less than that actually. It's just kind of filling where you would see skin, but you could also not go with it if you don't want. Zwen's Helm is a monk tier, and the weapon, of course, looks so epic here. Throne of Thunder. A little bit of Mop, a little bit of Legion. First, the Mop stuff, Ricocheting Shoulder Guard, Siege of Orgrimmar Mythic, Iron Juggernaut, 17% on the drop rate for those shoulders. It's a recolor of the Druid tier from Mop. We're also pulling the headpiece, the belt, the gloves, and the boots, all from that raid. The chest, Fearless Combatant's Leather Tunic. It's Alliance only, Dalaran, Legion PvP vendor. Gotta buy the whole set. Maybe you have it, maybe you don't. The belt, Domran's Belt of Darkness, Siege of Orgrimmar Mythic. Earthbreaker Harem is the boss, 14% on the drop rate for that cool looking belt. And the legs are part of the same PvP set as the chest, which of course is Legion PvP vendor, 12 marks of honor. You have to buy the whole set. Still, don't like that idea, but that's the way it is. Stone Toll's Tormented Treads, Siege of Orgrimmar Mythic, Sun Tenderheart, 15% on the drop rate for those treads. As I look at that cloak, I think I could have come up with something a little bit better, but it does work. Anyway, Sid's Silent Stranglers on the hand, Siege of Orgrimmar Mythic, various mobs in the raid, or you can't buy it on the auctions. I was going to say you can buy it on the auctions, but you can't. Shadowfeather Shawl, that is Blackrock Hold, Amalgam of Souls, pretty decent drop rate. The headpiece, part of the same tier set as we said, as the belt. The shoulders, the gloves, and the boots, and the final piece is a weapon from Blackwing Descent in Cata, various mobs, or the auction house. Got a little bit of a superhero look. Not sure which one, probably a new one. It just has that vibe. I really do think it has that kind of vibe. Fell Flame Infernal shoulder pads and Taurus the Burning Throne LFR version. You can buy it on the auction house. So that's an easy piece. Now for this piece, the chest, you're going to have to be a Kyrian monk, which isn't far-fetched. If you are a Mistweaver or even a Windwalker at the time of the upload of this video, that's probably the best way to go anyway. The belt, Grievous Gladiator's Waistband of Accuracy. To accurately pick up that belt for the Horde, you're going to have to go Prideful, so that's a super easy get as well. The legs are the Discordant Bearer's Laggards, of course part of the same tier set from your Covenant as the chest, so keep that in mind. Rep and Renown, you're going to have to progress through your Covenant. The feet, Oppressor's Merciless Treads, Hellfire Citadel Heroic, Tyrant Velhari is the boss, 17% on the drop rate for those boots. And we're going to stick with the Void Elf and show the wrist. Swift Strike Breakers. These might be difficult to get. Not necessarily, you can get them on the auction house. You can get them with an old school leather worker. I don't think it's a regular pattern. I think it's a pattern that drops. So it's going to be tough to find, but it's worth it for this particular set. The helm, as you can see, Hellfire Citadel Heroic. High Council, 16% on the drop rate for that helm. And the weapon we're going with here is a tough one as well. Drops from invasion points, various mobs from Legion. A little bit of vanilla, but we have more flavor. We're bringing in some pieces from WoD, particularly the shoulders. Blackrock Foundry Heroic Flamebender Kagraz drops the Flamebender's shoulder guards. The chest is vanilla. Prospector's chest piece, Black Fathom Depths or Deeps. We're looking at various mobs to farm it, or if you want it, you can just get it on the auction house. Not a difficult pickup. Now for the belt. Also Blackrock Foundry Heroic, but this is part of a rogue tier recolored. So the headpiece and the belt are part of a rogue tier recolored for other leather. The shoulders, the gloves, and the boots are a tier from WoD. As we said, Blackrock Foundry Heroic. That is a tier for monks. Moving on, we have the feet, Furnace Tenders Treads, Blackrock Foundry Heroic, Heart of the Mountain, 16% on the drop rate for the boots. Doing the spin, showing the cloak. But first, we're going to talk about the gloves. Cannonball Loader's Grips, Blackrock Foundry Heroic, Beast Lord Darmax, 22% on the drop rate for those gloves. Now, we're going straight to the cloak. Gilded Thorian Cloak, that is. Karazhan BC version, of course, there's two variants. Can you name all the places that have more than one version in WoW? For example, Karazhan. Another example would be Darkshore. Anyway, moving on, the weapon, this particular piece is dropped from Blackrock Foundry Mythic. Bit of a unique look here, and it works very well. You could also use this for a druid if you change the weapon, I do believe. Poison Protocol Pauldrons, that is Blackwing Descent Heroic. Moving on to the chest, which is Uldir Heroic, Fetid Devourer drops the Jerkin of the Abhorrent Chimera. Sounds very hunter-like, but nonetheless, this is for anybody with leather. Now we have a Dark Iron Dwarf showing the belt, Ice Wrath Belt. That would be Skullman's Heroic. That's the redo version. As we were talking, two different types of versions in WoW. The legs, Pathogenic Leg Wraps, Uldir Heroic Mother, 5% on the drop rate for those pieces from BFA. So we're pulling Uldir, the legs, as well as the chest. The feet, Dragon Soul Heroic, LFR, Lesser Cache of the Aspects drop that. That's kind of a recolor from Druids. Muck Dweller Gloves, Isle Expedition. That's where you get those, or you can buy it on the auction house. The Drape of Valiant Defense, as you can see where to get it. That's Raid in BFA. The Tabard is Tabard of the Argent Crusade, Ice Crown, Argent Crusade Quartermaster, Gold, and Rep would need to be friendly, so it's not that difficult to get. Headdress of Living Brambles. That is a recolor from the Druid tier in Burning Throne LFR. And the weapon, which I think goes epic with this set, straight out of Ice Crown Citadel. Normal man, 25 man mode. Said normal man. It's normal mode, 25 man. My name's Luxley. Whatever it is by you, whether it's morning, afternoon like it is here, or night, just make your day.